Approved the NICH, and we have had problems with the federal government, but with the grace of Almighty Allah, I hope that these problems are behind us now. The 3 hospitals that were given to us in 2011, which included the NICH along with the JPMC and the NICVD, the federal government has agreed to give them to us over despite the Supreme Court judgment that we had. They've agreed to give them to us over a long period, lease them to us so that we maintain, operate them and spend money on them. The provincial cabinet has already approved that. The Prime Minister has approved it. It has to just go to the federal cabinet, and we are hoping that it will soon be approved there. And then the tug of war that we've had for the last few years with the federal government would end after that. It's actually ended now, but this will happen. I just briefly talk about the contribution of the medical practitioners, especially in the last few years. We had COVID. The medical professionals were our frontline workers, our frontline warriors, and I'm really grateful to them. I pray for all of them who actually are martyrs, who lost their lives in this fight against COVID, and with their help, and purely their help. And I'll tell you, what I used to do was, when this COVID hit us, because obviously I didn't know anything about it, but I just listened to whatever the doctors told me. And that's what the provincial government of Sindh did, that we just, and all the medical bodies cooperated with us, and they became a spokesperson to convince people to abide by the COVID SOPs that we had prescribed at that time. And with the grace of Almighty Allah, we are one of the least affected countries from COVID, and the world gives an example of how Pakistan countered this COVID crisis that we've had, and with the grace of Almighty Allah, we became successful. Most recently, another catastrophe hit us in the shape of floods, and I'm sure a lot of you must have gone to these places where the flood hit us. In the province of Sindh, we've got 24 districts affected. The entire country, we've got about 33 million people affected by floods, and 70% of them are actually more than 70% are in the province of Sindh. We've had more than 800 deaths.
Sindh Murad Ali Shah इस वक्त तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं, जिसका कुछ हिस्सा आपने मुलाहिजा किया।